For those of you who think Mortal Kombat has too many guest characters, but are too young to remember the first game, the MK franchise began with the thought of a fighting game with nothing but guest characters. During a live stream, I spoke about the fact that WB owns New Line Cinema and what characters they could use in a fighting game featuring nothing but movie characters. When questioned if NRS would be above doing something like this, I go over a lot of the inspirations of Mortal Kombat and the idea that the first game was basically exactly what I'm proposing. Let's jump into it.
Finish him!
The whole idea of Mortal Kombat was we want to do guest characters. That's how the game started. That's how the game was always supposed to be. They just didn't have the ability to do that. So now that they have the ability to do that, yes, I believe they would make this game. So clearly, I mean, we all know this is supposed to be Bruce Lee. Liu Kang is supposed to be Bruce Lee. We all know this. And on the right is Liu Kang from MK1. Right? Clearly, he's a Bruce Lee ripoff. AKA, in real life, Liu Kang. Exactly, Corey. Warlord, you snap your hammer into... So we got Bruce Lee, right? We got Jean-Claude Van Damme is Johnny Cage is Jean-Claude Van Damme. This is how Mortal Kombat started, with this idea that we're just gonna have Bloodsport. We're gonna have a guy from Bloodsport in the game. We're gonna have a guy from Enter the Dragon in the game. It's all guest characters. Liu Kang is a Walmart version of Bruce Lee. Now, eventually these characters evolved into their own thing, but that's not how the game started. That wasn't what they were trying to do at the beginning. So I don't know if you guys ever watched American Ninja, but it's a series from the 80s, and they got at least the idea of the colored ninja with the shoulder pads with the V-like vest straight out of American Ninja. This idea of the colored ninjas with that V vest came straight out of the American Ninja franchise from the 80s. So they just copied that from there. We have, of course, Kano's a ripoff Terminator. I mean, everyone, when I was a kid and saw the first Mortal Kombat game, I was just like, oh, that's a ripoff of this. Oh, that's a ripoff of that. Oh, that's a ripoff from this. Shao Kahn, I am no ripoff. Listen, Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn is literally a ripoff of Genghis Khan. He is a guy named Khan, obsessed with conquering. Shao Kahn is a ripoff. So I don't know what you're talking about. We got Raiden, as he's basically Thunder from one of the three storms. They were antagonists in Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, Corey says Scorpion is kind of like Ghost Rider. Yeah, that could be an inspiration. I've never actually heard them say that, but I can see it. Shin, what is this rubbish you talk about? What rubbish? What up? What's going on, support? So the Three Storms clearly is Raiden. Shang Tsung is a ripoff of Lo Pan. Lo Pan was the main antagonist in Big Trouble in Little China. I forgot how ugly old Shang Tsung was. He was an old man. Kung Lao he's an amalgamation of a bunch of different characters from Master of the Flying Guillotine. This was an old kung fu movie in like the 70s, maybe even the 60s. Skeletor plus He-Man plus Genghis Khan equals Shao Kahn. Oh, 100%. Shang Tsung forgot his hat. Oh, shit. Yeah, well, he's not as clean as Lo Pan is, but yes, he did forget the hat. The Kung Lao is 100% wrong. Is it? He's the inspiration for him is a bunch of different characters from Legend of the Flying Guillotine, or sorry, Master of the Flying Guillotine. 100%. It was a scene from a movie, Ed Boon said himself. Yeah, from this movie and probably Odd Job. No, not Odd Job. It's a James Bond movie where he throws the hat and the bridge of the hat can like cut things. But both of these things originate from Master of the Flying Guillotine. We got Sindel is just based off of the Banshee from Irish folklore. The Banshees scream and they paralyze you with their screams. The white hair, I mean, especially in the image on the bottom, that's basically a Banshee. What's the inspiration for the hot female ninja? So the female ninja are just a female version of the male ninja, and the male ninja were a ripoff of the enemies from American Ninja 2. So that's kind of where they got there's no direct copy, there's no direct inspiration for the female ninja. It's just that the male ninja were copied from American Ninja, and then the female ninja are just the female version of the male ninja. Cinderella's hot Banshee in a leotard. Yeah, so Sindel is just the Banshee from Irish folklore. And also, I want to say, you guys, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I loved as a kid seeing that, like, oh, there's all these different characters that are basically characters from other movies all in one fighting game. I loved the idea. So I'm saying that they're ripoffs just to let you know that if they had the ability to just use the characters, they would have just used them. If they could just use Bruce Lee, it would have never been Liu Kang. It would have just been Bruce Lee. If they could have used Jean-Claude Van Damme, it would have been Jean-Claude Van Damme. So this is the idea that they're above making a game of just guest characters. They're not above it. That's what they always wanted to do. That's how Mortal Kombat came to be. So we got the Banshee. Who else we got here? Oh, Shiva is just a copy of the goddess Shiva with the forearms, clearly. Oh, here's the biggest one. People think Kenshi is just a brand, like an original idea. But no, in the 70s, they had Zotashi, the blind swordsman, which is basically just Kenshi, but they just gave Kenshi telekinesis and a backstory with Shang Tsung in it. That's essentially the only difference between Zatoshi and Kenshi. Genghis Khan wannabe, forget the cobalt mines. You're going to the flesh pits. But what was the inspiration for them wearing smoking hot leotards? Oh, I think they just wanted the young man demographic, like you, Corey. They just wanted you to play the games. But what was the inspiration for? Oh, you just said that again. Okay. Genghis is history. Shao is not. People compare Kenshi to Neo from the Matrix. I guess because Neo went blind, but that's not the inspiration for Kenshi. There is literally, like, the old movies and the TV show is called The Blind Swordsman. Like, this is something that is not an original idea whatsoever, to have a blind swordsman or a blind samurai. But just about. Also, Kenshi's alternate costume in Deadly Alliance looks like Ryu. Does it? I forgot about that. Corey says, I love leotards. I mean, the female figure is a beautiful form. Beautiful form. 2026. Do not say the name. I hate Street Fighter. You hate Street Fighter? Really? I love Street Fighter. We got Bak Mei. Now, you may know him as Pai Mei because you guys are young whippersnappers, and you probably saw Kill Bill, where he was renamed to Pai Mei. But the original character is named Bak Mei, and he's from old kung fu movies in the 70s. Who was the inspiration for Sonya Blade? So Sonya Blade did not have an inspiration because the original game only had 6 characters, all the male characters. And then when they put the arcade up, and this is an interview with Ed Boon, he talks about this. They put up the arcade, and people were playing it. It was next to Street Fighter 2. They realized Street Fighter 2 has a female character, and their game didn't. So then they just real quickly got whatever they could do to create Sonya. So They just created her real quick just to have a female character. So it wasn't really based off of anything. It was just whatever they could get. So if you like, the original Sonya is wearing like tights and like the scarf thing around her waist is like a belt, but she's in the army. Army personnel doesn't wear that. It's just that they didn't have any army clothing to do the mocap with. So they just got whatever they could get. Ed Boon just said, name her Sonya, because my sister's name is Sonya. And then they did the mocap real quick so that they can do a second version of the game and put it out in arcades for a test play right away. So that's how Sonya came to be. So she wasn't really inspired by anything. It was DEI. Everyone's precious Sonya Blade is a DEI included. He was the ultimate boss character when it came to kung fu movies, and much like Shujinko, Bak Mei knew like every style of kung fu: tiger style, dragon style, crane style. Like everyone who came up against him and tried to fight him with their style, he would beat them with their style just to prove his superiority. So yeah, Bak Mei was a bad man. What shape is Boraicho? Oh, we're gonna get to Boraicho. We got Cobra is clearly a Ken Masters ripoff. Ed Boon has been on the record saying that he wanted to do Mortal Kombat versus Street Fighter for a long, long time. Capcom would never give him the time of day, so he's like, all right, we're gonna make our own Street Fighter character. Cobra is an American blonde Shotokan practitioner with fire powers. Exactly the same thing that Ken Masters is. Okay, the last comparison that I have is Boraicho. And Boraicho is just, now, other than his appearance, being a fat man is not really what Drunken Master is, but Jackie Chan's Drunken Master, again, is a 70s movie, and it's same thing. He's getting beat up, he takes a swig of alcohol. I mean, Drunken Master has inspired a few other things too. Rock Lee from Naruto. I don't know if you guys watch Naruto, but Rock Lee is a amalgamation of both Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. Rubbish Boraicho. Boraicho's not rubbish. Boraicho's the man. What are you talking about? I mean, other than the farting stuff is kind of lame. I don't know why they made that part of his character. That's not part of Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. But yeah, the idea of a kung fu expert who drinks while fighting is absolutely taken from Jackie Chan's movie. If you made it this far, you can acknowledge me by hitting the like button. It really helps videos like this find viewers like you. So not only does it help me out, but in a way it helps the community out. Plus, it's free. You can hit confirm that by pressing the subscribe button to join the millions of ShinFit subscribers. We post often, we do a lot of live streams, community polls, we're starting watch parties, and if you'd like to see more of that stuff, subscribe to the channel so that you can get a notification. Become a member of the channel and join the village hidden in the apps to gain access to exclusive watch parties. The link will be in the description. If you'd like to see who the absolute most scary Mortal Kombat character is, there's a link on screen now to that video. But more importantly than anything else, don't get beat up out there.